Comes into bowl. And it's a wild swing. The ball. And change of the field, so they're being less defensive now. Comes into bowl and defends it, thinking of a quick single. I have been given word that 4 overs have been lost because of the rain so far. And hits on the pad, and they're going to steal a run there and leg by. Comes into bowl and leaves it alone. Comes into bowl and defends it. And comes into bowl and leaves it alone. Just the 1 run off that over. End of the over. Comes into bowl and plays it onto the leg side, and it gets picked up by the deep square leg for 1 run. Comes into bowl and defends it. And it goes into the gap. Oh, it's 4 runs. Wait, no, it's holding up in the grass. And they're going to come back for 2 there. So 2 runs there. Good running. Ball and hit on the pads and got ball. Leaves it alone again. 3 runs off that over. New over here, and very defensive. Fine leg on the fence, square leg on the fence, mid-wicket on the fence, long on the fence, and then a mid-wicket saving one. Comes into bowl, and it's a wild swing and it misses. Comes into bowl and drives it to mid-off for a dot ball. Comes into bowl and drives it, and it goes over the head of the bowler, and it's going to go down to long on, and they're happy with 1. Comes into bowl and defends it. Comes into bowl and drives it, and it goes to mid-off for 1. Two runs off that over. Looks like there's going to be a change of bowling at the challenger end. Some sort of left arm bowler. Let's see what he bowls. Comes into bowl and defends it, and it plays off, and it's fielded in the covers for a dot ball. And the rain has come back. It's starting to really drizzle down now. And now the wind's starting to blow. And that's a dot ball. Comes into bowl and plays it off, and it's fielded by point for a dot ball. bowl. And it's a big swish. And it goes down into the mid-wicket. And 6 down to the square leg boundary. That's an awesome shot there. That was a great shot, another classic by Connie Bear, slogging across the line and making good contact, and it goes all the way over the fence for another monumental boundary. And comes into bowl and pulls it, and it goes down to the mid-wicket area. And they get 2 there. Comes into bowl and plays it onto the leg side, and they get 1 from the deep. And that was 9 runs off that over. End of the over. So, to continue to bowl from the Watkins end, we have the right arm fast medium bowler to bowl to Connie Bear, and tries to defend it, but the ball was way away from his body, so play and a miss. And Connie Bear has been adjusting his cap for a while now. Perhaps it's getting a bit too wet, perhaps it's too windy that he can't keep it on his head. Whatever it is. This is the 16th over. Comes into bowl and pulls it. And it's 6 more, 6 more. Now going back over to the alleyway yet again. So, an incredible slog there by Connie Bear, and he does it again. He's surprising the way he hits the ball. He often doesn't seem like he's actually stepping towards the ball or even aiming at the ball. But whatever he's doing, his technique is being very successful, because he keeps scoring these wonderful boundaries. So yeah, it's been very successful for Connie Bear. Alright, comes into bowl and pulls it and goes to the square leg fielder for a dot ball. Not afraid to play his shots when he sees the ball in his areas. Comes into bowl and leaves it alone. Into bowl and pulls it or slogs it, And it's 6. Wait. 4. So 4 runs there. And you could hear the slam as it hits the fence. Comes into bowl and defends it. So a good over there for Diamond Creek, 10 runs off it. End of the over. And this is the 17th over. This would normally be the scheduled drinks break, but with overs lost because of the rain, who knows what will happen. Comes into bowl and tries to drive it, but can't do it. So this bowler, even though he's bowling only medium pace balls, is bowling it from a very high position, and the ball is actually bouncing quite a lot off the pitch, perhaps skidding with the wetness, perhaps it's extra bounce because of his height, but the batsman is hitting it too high on his bat for a drivable ball, and tries to play the pull shot, and it goes to mid-off for a dot ball. Comes into bowl, and it's a big slog, and it goes, and they failed to take that catch. We're not sure what went wrong there. The fielder seemed to misjudge it, and then it got past, so disappointing there. Comes into bowl, and no run down to fine leg. Hitter's pad, the pad of Sexton, but didn't go anywhere. Comes into bowl and tries to play it down the leg side and can't. So another dot ball there. Comes into bowl and pulls it. And that's 4 more. That's the end of the over. So 8 runs off it, end of the over. So this will be the 18th over, and Diamond Creek are not far away from reaching the 100. And so the question is going to be, because they're scoring at such a quick rate, what is the plan going to be? Is it just going to be bat as long as possible and then have a big score and then hope to bowl out Research Eltham Collegians twice? Or could it be to score a reasonable score, maybe 150, 180, 190, and then declare, hoping to bowl out Research Eltham for 100, and then try and continue this game into the second innings? Keep this game going forward through aggressive play and leaves it alone. The weather is just getting worse and worse. The wind is very strong and it's very cold, so as soon as a gush comes across the ground it sends shivers and is spitting, so you get wet if you go from under the out from under the covers. And it's an inside edge and it goes down to the fine leg fielder, and just the one run there. Comes into bowl and down the leg side, dot ball there. So Sexton is on strike now, and the bowler is bowling, continuing to bowl at the Watkins end. Right arm medium, right arm fast medium, continuing his opening spell. Come into the bowl, and hits his body. Okay. Comes into bowl. It's a top edge and it goes down to the third man region. It goes over the head of the slip fielder and the third man fielder has to run around and chase it. So they get one run there. So Connie Bear on strike, comes into bowl and drives it, and it goes into the deep cover area, and 4. So 4 runs there, into the over. So this is the 19th over now. Comes into bowl. And swing and a miss. So when this bowler puts in a bit more effort, he gets the ball behind his wrist and he actually pushes the ball through the crease line, he actually can get a bit of bounce. But that time you could see that he didn't keep the ball right behind his fingers. He sort of on the side, which meant they had less muscle, and that meant it skidded on a bit more and bounced less. Comes into bowl, and that time it bounced a bit more because he kept his fingers behind the ball. So it's a very subtle difference between his two types of deliveries, but you've got to be able to keep your eye on it to make sure that you know whether the ball is going to bounce a little extra or it's going to bounce downwards and you might get a bottom edge. So you've got to watch how he releases the ball. Comes into bowl. And that's another seam up ball, so it bounces a little bit extra and it means that it goes over the bat and he misses the top edge. So this whole matter is just repeating itself. Comes into bowl and works it onto the leg side, and the fielder and the wicketkeeper collects it in. Comes into bowl and works onto the leg side. And they're going to get 2 there. 2 runs. Aggressive running and some bad fielding, and they're going to get a third. overthrows. Some bad stuff there. Comes in the bowl and leaves it alone, and that's the end of the over. 4 runs off it. So yes. So, 3 fielders on the fence, and no wait, 4 fielders on the fence. So fine leg, square leg, mid wicket, and long on, and then once. Oh wait, fine leg is a bit short, and then a mid wicket saving. Comes into bowl, and a bit of a change. So we've got a spinner coming onto bowl, and then on the offside we have a short cover, extra cover, mid off. Oh, is that a gully? Yes, it is a gully. So that's and it goes into the deep, and the deep mid wicket fields it and throws it in. Comes into bowl, and it hits the body. Comes into bowl, and misses it again. This has been a good over, only 1 run conceded, so it's a gully, point, cover, mid-off on the offside, so it's a 4-5 field. All the defensive fielders are on the leg side, and it's a big slog down to long on, and they'll just get the 1 run there. So 2 runs off the over. Oh wait, 1 run, 1 over, 1 ball to go. Comes into bowl and defends it. So it's 2 runs off that over. End of the over. So it's still no wickets down, and it's the 21st over. Comes into bowl and cuts it, and it goes down into the deep point region, and no one is there. It's 4 more, and it goes again into that little alleyway. So we'll just have to keep our eye on the situation, because I believe these 2 batsmen should not be far away from half centuries. So they have done an amazing job with their performances so far, and there's nothing really stopping them from continuing to bat for the rest of the day. And who knows what they can make. Very important bail there. And the wind is still blowing. It's very, very loud and very, very interruptive. Comes into bowl and cuts it, and this time it's fielded by point for a dot ball. So it's 3rd man and fine leg are on the fence, then it's point, cover, mid-off a saving 1, and then on the leg side it's mid-off and mid-wicket a saving 1, and then there's also boundary Boundary riders in mid-wicket and square leg. And cut. And 4 more. So that's it, half century there for Sexton. What an unbelievable performance. And he seems very, very underwhelmed about the whole affair. Suggests he's got a lot more on his mind. Comes into bowl and drives it, and they're going to steal a quick single. The fielder at mid-on is quite deep, and so they can take advantage of that. Comes into bowl and works them to the leg side, and they're happy with 1. So another run there. Been quite an amazing performance considering the fact, you can't forget this, that Diamond Creek have struggled to make runs throughout this season. Here they are, 100 for nothing, and defends it. That's 10 runs off that over. End of the over. So this is the 22nd over. Continuing to bowl at the Watkins end. Leg spin bowling. Comes into bowl. And 4 more. It's gone down all the way down to the car park. And that's another half century, this time to Connie Bear. So, wonderful, wonderful batting by Connie Bear. Dual half centuries now for these two, who have opened the batting and have seen forth a very significant opening partnership for Diamond Creek. Comes into bowl, and it's a big slog, and it goes down to the deep, and the mid-on, long-on fielder picks it up and he throws it in. And 4 more. So unable to secure it, and it goes into the playground area. So another 4 here. Connie Bear is just hitting out madly, and the ball is now completely wet. The outfield is very fast. It's a small ground, Campbell Street Oval. There is just really nothing stopping this from continuing on. We could be looking at something very special here if it keeps going. Going at about 5 runs per over. Comes into bowl. And 4 more, unable to secure it, and it goes again into the alleyway there. So 3 falls from this over so far. Connie Bear doesn't look like he's satisfied, so he's going to probably go for another one here. Comes into bowl and defends it. Comes into bowl and leaves it alone. And the rain is coming down again. It is now quite heavy rain. It's spitting. Comes into bowl. And they've given him what's the decision? Oh, wait. No. Alright. Not out. It's the end of the over. So, it looks like it's going to be a change of the bowling here at the challenger end. So we'll just have to see what she bowls. Right arm over. Let's see what the keeper is standing back. Well, at about the edge of the stump, so it's just a right arm medium pace bowler. Let's have a look. Comes into bowl, and it is right arm medium, and it's cut, and it goes into the deep, and it's 4 more. So into the deep cover boundary. A real long hop. It was halfway down the pitch. It sat up. And Sexton dealt with it significantly. So this takes the Diamond Creek score into the 120s, and things are getting really ugly for research Eltham Collegians right now, and it's still a long way to go yet before the lunch break. Comes into bowl, and it's cut, and it's the same thing. Wait, no, he secures it, so they get 1. So just the 1 run there. Now Connie Bear is on strike. Now Connie Bear, unlike Sexton, who's been hitting it to the offside, Connie Bear will hit to the leg side, and there is a huge gap in the cow's corner region if he wanted to go for it. Let's see if he is tempted to do such a thing. And he plays it into the leg side, and the fielder has to chase it, and the fielder can't make it. It's 4 more. Another boundary. This is getting ridiculous. Campbell Street Oval is so small, the ball is so slippery and wet, and the outfield is so bare. It is raining quite heavily. Probably not enough to get them off the ground, but still quite a lot. Comes into bowl, and it's pulled out into the deep mid-wicket area, and it's 4. 4 more, misfield. So this is a very bad introduction for this bowler into this game. She's conceded 3 boundaries from 4 balls. Comes into bowl, and it's cut, and fielded there by the point fielder, so they just run through for 1. Comes into bowl, and works into the leg side, and the square leg fielder picks it up, kicks it a bit, and then picks it up. So 1 run then. So that means 8, 12, 13, 14, 15 runs off the over. I believe the score is 134 for no loss. And players are walking off. Is this because of the drinks break, or is it because of rain? Let's see, how long have we been on? So we've been on since the start of the 9th over, which means we've had play for 14 straight overs. So it could be either way, really. So we'll just have to have a look and see what's happening. Looks like it's some sort of drinks break. So here are the Research Eltham. This is the Research Eltham Collegian huddle. They would be wondering exactly what the hell is going on here. They're supposed to be in second place. They're supposed to win this game, get into second place, and then host the semi-final. But if they lose this game, they will be playing plenty in the semi-final. So they're not doing very well to end their home and away season here. It's been very substandard. Alright, well, I think it's time for us to have a break now. When we come back, we'll have the resumption of play. This is Channel 8, the local sports network.